What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is RyanREAX doing a Photoshop / Lightroom tutorial on just a couple images. Nothing too crazy. So this is taken from camera. There's no adjustments. As you can see, I'm adjusting. This is just what the camera took. I used the Sigma Art 105mm f1.4 lens on the Sony a7 III. Now, the histogram, nothing is too high. The blacks are a little crushed. We could bring those up, which just doing that, we'll do that. Not too much, but just a little bit. By the way, this is the metadata. 400 ISO with 1/2500th of a second and shot wide open at 1.4. I did use a flashpoint stand with the Explorer 600 with a Rapid Box XXL or double XL. It's like a 63 or 64 inch softbox, and it was on camera left. Now, if you look, I didn't clip any of the highlights at all. The shot is definitely in focus using the eye autofocus. You could see camera left, you could see a little bit of the gloss from the light on her shiny lips, and then you can also see from camera left the catch light in her eyes. So overall, I did a good job with this shot. Nice color. The roll of thirds, it was really good, but we already started increasing the blacks, so I always like to add a little bit of contrast. See, even just adding contrast is bringing her skin out. You don't want to go too hard with it, but just like to right there. Highlights, although all the highlights are good, the top part, because of the flash, kind of put it on the exposed side, and I want to see more of the details in this nice shirt, so I just reduced the highlights a bit. Shadows, I'm going to raise just a little bit, like that much. So that's before, this is after. You can already see the color coming out in both the background and foreground, her pants, and then her shirt. So to bring back some more color, being that it's a girl, although it really doesn't matter too much because you can just bring it back, the skin. I'm going to skip over the clarity, and I'm going to add a little bit of dehaze to bring back even a little bit more color. And then what I'm going to do is add a little bit of vibrance just to really get some color. So that's before and after. Now you got to be careful with white clothing, because if you start adding color and stuff, it's going to start adding color to the whites. Now, the tone curve, I really don't have to mess with. This is already pretty much on point the way I would want it. However, with the skin tone and the orange, I kind of want to reduce it just a little. Not to where her skin gets gray, but see right here, 0. It's a little bit on the orange side. We'll just scale it back like 0.9%. Looks really good. Maybe not, like -7. And then for the greens, I want to change it, and then even the yellows a little bit. I don't want it to match her skin, so I kind of want to add a little bit of green. Luminance is the light of the color, so we're gonna add a little bit of light in both. See that? We can really play with that, with the oranges, but I'm not going to do that before and after. Although you can kind of see when I do this, it makes the catch light in her eye kind of disappear, but I can bring that back. Now, for sharpening, we're not going to do that. No noise reduction. There's like a little bit of grain, but that's only at this distance. From far away, you're not seeing it. Yeah, it's because I shot at 400. There's no chromatic aberration whatsoever. Oh, there actually is a little bit. Let's bring that up just a hair then. Then it starts to look bad if I do that. You know what, we'll do that in Photoshop. I love the shallow depth of field. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open this in Photoshop. Oh, Photoshop's already... Okay, perfect. I didn't even have Photoshop open. Wonderful. So in Camera Raw, this is where I start doing my minor and major tweaking. So first I'm going to remove some of the texture on her skin to make it smoother and nicer. So we just go around, and you don't have to do it all in one stroke, you could just do different parts. So this will reflect, it'll show you exactly what you have painted. But we're going to remove some texture. Oops, gotta... Oh, I see what I did. We'll delete that and we'll just start over. You don't want to go too crazy, but at the same time you kind of do. Just a little. There we go. Then we will just use our patch tool to remove some of the skin bumps and also these little things on hair that I really can't stand, and baby hairs, the little flyaways. We'll come back to that. And especially the gloss. There's two things we can do. Patch tool is very forgiving, but you see how it kind of added, since I put it right on the white, if we go away from it, it should not do that. See? So then we could just repeat. See, it's perfect, but let me show you a different way. So we are going to grab the clone stamp. We're gonna press Alt, and then you see the target. We're gonna target a spot. Then we're going to just paint right over, and we're gonna do that for here also. And then that's pretty much it. You just gotta be a little bit careful, because let's say if I click down here, see how it added right here? And it's a bad example. What I'm saying is you just gotta be careful where you decide to sample. Okay. And you gotta watch out for colors with sampling too. It's pretty forgiving though. I call this playing Tetris, because it's all these little Tetris blocks. See that? But I don't like this, like she got freaking something bad on her lips. So I kind of just fix that. Here could be adjusted. Okay, I don't like this color. Patch tool is definitely forgiving. I need more of this line, so I'm going to sample the line and then just bring it over. Just, there we, sorta. Okay, we got it right there. So we zoom out and zoom in. No, I messed that up. Very bad, very bad. It's fine. It's forgiving. Fixed it right there. That's good. Yep. Okay, now I'm not afraid to admit my mistakes, but luckily, thankfully, everything in Photoshop is a lot of the time just one brush or click away. And this is like, well, I ended up shooting her senior portraits like a month before this. This was like last week. However, and I already edited this photo, but it's funny, when I edit again, I do better. Yeah, sometimes if eyelashes are, I like them long. I love long eyelashes on a woman, but if like some strands are longer than others, I kind of try to like even them out for the most part. Even this. But what we'll do is we will sample just a little bit. There we go. Kind of evened it out. Pretty much on point though. Okay. Just want to double and triple check. See this little shine right here? We want to get rid of that shine. A little, it was too thick. lower the size of the brush and just paint right over. A little bit of the white spots. Okay, there's something here which the patch tool will not work on this. See that? Because of the color. But you got to be really careful with how you approach situations like this because of the color shift. You know, so you don't want to... Actually, that doesn't look too bad. And then the texture. Okay, we're almost done there. Let me zoom out. See that? See how the colors shift? But what we can do is we can grab the paintbrush tool, add a little bit of clarity there. Bring the highlights back. Bit of dehaze. We'll paint right here too. Kind of did it. See that? Looks good. Actually, it looks kind of bad. We'll just leave it there. Certain things you just don't really want to mess with. Tried to be fancy. It's fine. Like it's fine. It's fine. But honestly, what we could probably do is instead of trying to get rid of the white like that with the way I did it, we could just add a little bit of color. See? Better. It's still there, but it's less pronounced. Okay. So baby hairs are pretty simple too. You can literally use the forgiving patch tool, just drag it over. And yeah, you just sample and go. Simple enough. Looks good. Skin discoloration. Okay. So for right here, this will be, the darker colors are much more forgiving, in my opinion. It's really about how much texture is in your shot. Oops. Okay, we almost there. So this. Okay, I'll grab the patch tool again. We'll just sample the black that was in her eyelashes. Yeah, it can get pretty tedious. I mean, I totally agree if that's what you're thinking or if that's what you already thought. You never want to remove a catch light from the pupils, but you definitely can remove the lighting from this part with the iris or whatever. Now, I want to make her eyelashes stick out a little more. So we just add contrast to them. See? Oops. For the actual eyes, the pupils, I always, even if they're dark, add some saturation. Raise the highlights a bit. Just a little bit. And even in the whites of the eye. Now you see this yellow here? That's a no-no. You got to get rid of that yellow. So we grab the adjustment brush, lower the saturation, paint over to where that color is. Bring the whites up and just desaturate. Not too much, see how it's blue, but then we can actually warm it just a bit. And then what else we can do is we can literally grab the box tool, Control C to copy, Control V, see the layer, See how it's a layer? Make sure you're selected on that layer. Filter, camera raw filter, zoom it in so you could see what it's doing. And then we can go to the HSL adjustments, saturations, and just lower the yellow. See? Remove the yellow. Then we can merge the layers. It's because no light got onto that side. That's why there's that shadow, because her hair, which is fine. Then I always analyze the background, the foreground, and then I already noticed these baby hairs, or flyaway hairs. Pretty long baby hairs, right? Flyaways. Just remove the flyaways, and it's very forgiving with the patch tool. Very forgiving. And you don't have to get every single one, but just get the ones that like stand out that you really notice. Like I definitely noticed that. Okay. This one. All these. And if the patch tool is getting in your way, then yeah, definitely use the clone stamp. So make the brush a little bit bigger, and then just sample something and then just click. Little bug right there. Calm down, Addy. Okay. Okay. Easy does it. I should have had her do like the arm, but she has so much hair. It is what it is with that. Definitely would be too much to worry about. And then this leaf under her butt's distracting. So I can kind of artificially create more bark to go in place. Okay. Okay. This leaf's okay, I think. Let me look. No, I don't want that leaf there either. This might be forgiving-ish. It's pretty forgiving, yeah, because all the bark texture and everything works out. Yep. Look at that. It looks natural enough. Just get rid of some of the highlighted spots. Okay. Spot right there. Let's zoom out on it. Yeah, it looks good. You forgot where I even did it. If you didn't, just pretend. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is just observe. Okay, so the forehead's good. Left side, good. There's a few spots. Okay. Right side, pretty good. Down here. It's fine. A little bit more of a lip spot. You forgot I did the lips before, huh? Because it looks natural. Okay, the little wrinkles. Okay. Oh, Nadia, if you're seeing this video, I'm sorry. The reason why I say I'm sorry is because I'm up and close and personal, and people don't want to see themselves this close. But let me tell you something. We all have, every person. You could be 20 out of 10 America's Next Top Model. You could be old grunty from Matilda or whatever, the Trench Bull. It doesn't matter who you are. People have skin. With skin comes bumps. It is what it is. Don't be upset about it. Embrace it. This light on the nose can go. It's good. A few little spots on the hair. See, it's pretty tedious.
What?
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to camera raw filter, and then we're going to go to the adjustment brush. We're going to lower the highlights. Now make the brush kind of big, but you see how there's multiple circles, so that's going to kind of like push it on the inside, which is fine for the hair, not so much her shirt and her skin. But what I'm focusing on is the background, and what you can tell is, see how it doesn't like mess anything up really, and then you can make it smaller so you can really get like the closer details. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am lowering. I'm going to add a little bit of clarity. You don't want it to look that busy, but at the same time, what I'm doing is I'm just lowering the background exposure to make her really stand out. And as you could see, I definitely hit her head. So we're just going to brush that away. Okay. I'm on the add. Oops, gotta subtract. And then I'm just subtracting away certain things that were hit. Okay. Okay, so we don't want the dress at all. Well, that's so stupid how it does that. I have to click on this one and hit erase and then get the dress. It really hit the dress, didn't it? We good. Few little spots. Addie, turn that down. Turn it down. We're good. Turn it down more. Okay. Fantastic. Oh no, right there is bad. That's bad. And it's probably, is it forgiving? Yeah, it's bad. So we gotta undo that. But it's fine. Because I'll just use this tool, the radical filter. So anything outside of the radical filter will be affected. It's okay. Okay, outside. I still like the adjustment brush. I just have to be more, like for the top. I've done this a million times. This should be better this time. You gotta concentrate and be real careful with the clip certain things. Okay, that's better. Bring that down. Looks good. And then now this chromatic aberration spot on her arm. Control C, Control V. And we'll go over to here. There, but not that much. Just to where it goes away, pretty much. There. Now, the dress, shirt, blouse thing. Forgot to merge the layer. See how it has like a peach hue to it? We're going to desaturate just the hue. Not that much. Because again, then it'll turn gray. Sorta. And then yeah, lower the temperature to really remove the yellow. Because it was definitely white in person. There wasn't yellow. It looks really good. Really good. But back here could be hit. Okay. Okay. Good. It's flawless. A little bit there on the arm, and then down here. But it actually doesn't look bad. The pants, I want to add a little bit of sharpness to the pants. I want them to look striking. So we're gonna add some clarity. Okay, the dehaze, texture, lower that. Okay, watch this. Boom, look at them just popping out. Popping out. Okay, her hair, I want her hair to really shine. It's like a dark brown, so I want to actually add some clarity. A little bit of clarity and saturation. I wanted it to look like it was painted on there. There's the shadows a bit. Watch. Boom, just glows now. Magnifico. Although, let me see something. No, so that was there before. Okay, that's cool. A little bit. I want to lower the saturation around her forehead. Yeah. Yep. Okay, good. Very good. Very freaking good. Very good. This definitely has some chromatic aberration. And her neck does too. Look at that. Wow, the whole side of her head. I love this song, by the way. I don't know if I said that already. Definitely thought it. So... oof. Is it really showing the clipping? Okay, cool. Cool. So that removed it. It's there, and then you go until it goes away. You don't want to go too harsh. That got rid of it. Excellent, excellent. Okay, good. It's looking amazing so far. So I want to lower the color, or not the, well, the highlights, the exposure basically of this. And you can hit the pants, it's forgiving. But I do want to add some texture to it, although I'm lowering the overall. Yeah, there we go. That looks amazing. Because I want you to know, yeah, she's sitting on a stump or tree, but I don't want it to be more exposed than her. And then same with down here with this bush. The bush just needs less. Oh, this green. Right there. Just it's the subtle things that make the difference. Okay. Now, it's mainly about just getting the perfect enough expression. So, a little bit of a smirk. Her lips a little bit smaller. Shrink the nose just a hair. Bring these eyeballs up. Then we're gonna move it just a bit closer. We're gonna shrink right there. Say she looks happier. Maybe the eyes are a little too big. We'll shrink just a bit. Yep, that's it. Shoulder could be brought down a bit too. A little bit too high for my liking. Thin it out too. Just gotta be gentle. Like a little swan fairy. Just be gentle. And then lower it. Shrink it too. Same with this one. Just lower. Then the hair we can actually expand. Remember, little subtle details. Be careful when you go next to ears. You do not want the ears to look distorted. You don't want anything to look distorted, but especially the ears. Okay, we'll bring this down just a bit. Forehead just a bit. Looking cool. And then I want these to be like scrunchy. Her form's a little smaller, but it's not about the appearance of her body parts, but it's the appearance of the clothing. Bring this up. Change the shape of the neck. Okay, that looks fantastic. Fantastic. Shrink her waist just a hair. It's bigger, but then make this appear smaller. Right there. Done. 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 Okay. Now, to be honest, I don't freaking know. I think it's on point now. I think, I guess this, I mean, I'm not too worried about the colors. It's fine. This is done. This is the portrait. I'm done. So yeah, I was gonna do more than one, but this was long enough. One little thing I could do, I noticed this earlier, but I don't know how it's gonna look if I do this. It was just kind of on the harsh side. That's... I probably screwed it up right there. That's fine. Oh, okay, I see. The exposure on the left side of her face in general needs to come down. The highlights. And then even on her. That. A little bit. That's it. It's over. That's the shot right there. So we compare the Lightroom one, which I will just reset. That's before. That's after. Wonder, can I do that? Yeah. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is this. Boom, boom. Because I didn't even move this at all. So fit on screen. Fit on screen. Okay, so all we're gonna have to do is double. So width is 4,000, so we'll just make it 8,000. Easy. Okay. Okay. What the? I literally copied. Oh, you're annoying. Control A, Control C. I'll copy again just to be sure. Okay. Here's your before and after. Why isn't it? What? There we go. What looks better to you? Be honest. Yes, the one on the left looks more soft and subtle, but the one on the right just looks striking. Either way, I took the picture anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm a beast. But as always, guys, may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you. Have a fantastic, wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one.